Day and welcome back to Elementary 72 Gaming. So once again I am back in the collaboration series and this is episode 4 of the collaboration. I double checked everything, got my episode numbers fixed, and I am actually going to be going and really pushing at what I am building today. And what I am building isn't anything that spectacular, just to say the least. It's another castle. Yeah, I know. Another castle. Yeah, that was bound to happen on a new server. Now, originally, I intended to move my previous castles over, but after a little bit of double checking and triple checking with how big they were, I've decided I'm just going to build this here absolutely fresh. Now, there's two reasons why I'm going fresh with it and why I'm not just using the other castles to augment whatever I'm building here. Number one, regardless of what I do, it's going to take a massive cost of materials. Now, I had to find a new location to set up this castle. The other castle, if I'm correct, is Phoenix's castle. It is amazing to look at in comparison to what I'm going to have. I have a much more simple design, to say the least. And that's my way of just saying that my designs aren't that grand. But nonetheless, with all of that being the case, I still have a very good design for what I'm going after. And one of the other things that I did was I took some of Havoc's wolves and I've set them up in this area. And they've been breeding, so I'm going to find a ton of materials. Oh, I hate when there's so much of them. It makes it impossible to find my build location. But then again, my build location is right here ahead. It's on this cove, obviously, and just out in front is the lighthouse that Havoc has built. So if you want to see all these things, the main man for the server is Havoc himself. So if you go through and you check out his videos, you're going to see some amazing builds. And when we all finish off these little builds and the next lot of content comes out, you can bet that the server is going to be pumping with people. Now, I know that isn't the right slang and lingo for this current era, but that's slang that I'm more familiar with. Okay. The mist makes me lag like no man's business, to say the least. My wood cutting skill isn't the very best at the moment. I'm just gathering up because I use wood and my pick at the same time to actually get things done. You'll see why in a second. So when you build a base and you raise a platform, that is quite a simple method to actually get things to a level. But when you don't have the luxury of being able to pull things to your desired level, there are other things that you can do. So here's the inside of the space. Now there are wolves all over the place, so I'm not really worried. Nothing is going to be able to come in here and actually stop me. And over here what you see is I set up a three-way with the beams. And then I started to climb again. And as you can see, I've reached the spot, and once again, everything seems to terminate right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in. Then I'll put across one of these 2-meter beams here. You can put it down lower. There's nothing wrong with that. Obviously, it has to just balance in. That is the only catch with all of this, but the top is the most perfect fix. So I'm going to do that for now. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I need to set the last floor before I can put in the next bench. So I'm actually doing this pretty methodical. I'm putting in a new bench every 10. So I could actually get up there quite easy. Now the reason why I am doing this is so every 10th one is easy to count. And this is going to be raised as well after all of this, because regardless of what you do, no matter how good your eye is at trying to figure these heights, you're always going to end up with these problems. As you can see, I'm building like another hole basically with how far I'm digging here. But this base is exactly 56 across, and let me show you how wide 56 across is. Okay, I wanted to get on and run across, but unfortunately I didn't have the skill. Alright, so here we go. Here's 1 out of 56. Just to give you an idea, this one wasn't done in the same way. I didn't have any idea how far I could push it, so these are all separately done. And there we go. That is a 56 stretch. Right, so if you get the idea, this is a huge base. This isn't going to be anything tiny. This isn't going to be something that you can easily build, even if you have a ton of people helping you out with it. It's going to be a pain, and that's just to say the very least about it. But these bases are fun for 3 major reasons. This is a usable base. It's not just going to be comfort for people to sleep in a room. These bases that I'm building right now are going to have everything inside it. Unlike my original base where there's only one brewing function and one smelter and one kiln, these bases are going to have multiple kilns and multiple smelters, but they will have no bedrooms. So that is going to be the catch with this one. This one is the exact opposite of the first one that I made. It has a function, and then the next function is going to come up with the next base, which is going to be the one which will be in the plains. So plains is going to be where we're going to reside. It's going to be a nice farm where we've raised the platform where I failed to get my size. And as you can see, the size was humongous to start with. I already knew that it was going to be a mammoth-sized base, and that's how come I already planned out everything that I need. So I just need to go around, gather some iron, and that hopefully will get me to the next level of this building. Oh my. Nope, no going down. Yeah. I was hoping that I don't have to go any higher because there is a height restriction to raising bases as far as I can tell from the natural level raise. Now, since most of this was already below ground, I'm suspecting that I can raise it by quite a bit, but I don't think if it goes more than another 1 or 2 more blocks up, I can do it. I did choose a very flat and very large area to go for it first, but this one is just meant to go even more crazy. If I have to, I'll raise everything however much I can, and then I will use the foundation trick to raise my base. Now, the foundation trick is you use a foundation, a stone foundation as your level, and you keep packing them on top of each other to raise it up. So you have to start from the lowest area and move to the highest area. It is the only catch, and I'd have to keep everything in place in the space just to do that. Now, I need to switch back. So I know that a lot of people don't like the building aspect of this game. They find it to be a bit too much of a grind to build as much as you do in this game. But I have to admit that I enjoy it quite a bit. As you can see, these things are quite fun. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I only got 4 before I had to raise it again. Okay, now let me show you why I don't want to raise too much. Right, there's the first drop, there's the second drop. If you look at those 2 drops, that's a massive height increase. Just the 2 is 1 full level. I know you sorry. I know you can raise land up by that much because I've done it before, but if I have to go up again, it means that this is a fail. I'm not going to get what I want. It's going to be beyond the height that I can reach. And remember, I'm still far away from where I am. This is only the second bench, so this is 27. I'm so far away, it's not even funny to think about how much more I have to catch. It should have leveled out on the top, but I'm not sure why it didn't come up a little bit more. This is all part of the process when it comes to the game. You can use a lot of different methods to span out your base and have it made right. This base, as big as it is, doesn't serve much more of a purpose than being the primary center for workstations and smelting, and that's basically what it's going to be. You're going to grab wood, you're going to throw it into a kiln, come out with a ton of charcoal, and then you're going to go and you're going to make your ingots and all that stuff in this base. This base will be the fastest. It most probably is going to beat any other base that I've made for that particular purpose. The second floor is going to be even scarier because on the second floor is going to be where I'm going to put the station from killing Muda. So you're going to see an artisan station and you're going to see all of the work that needs to go in. So yeah, that's going to be on the second floor of this base. Now as for a windmill, I might put up a windmill, but it won't be in the base. It's going to be somewhere close to the base, somewhere nearby maybe, but they aren't that important to be honest. And having 4 or 5 windmills might be a bit overkill just for the sake of decoration. Oh, looks like you might get to see me get joined by Lexi. Now, Lexi is one of my friends, right? I'm really happy that he's one of my friends, and soon he'll be off to work again. And when he is off, I'm not going to be able to play with him for a bit. So please bear with me in the fact that I am going to jump into the middle of a call in the middle of this, and that might just interrupt the video for a few seconds. So sorry about that to anybody who does take offense. One, two, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Structural reinforcement. Didn't think about that. and wood runs out like no man's business on these crazy builds. So yeah, there you go. That is a 30 count. So I am only a third of the way through this. Not a third. I'm halfway through this side, and that doesn't mean that I am done with the side of the base. It means that just one side is one third done. Everything on the inside has to be cut. There's no choice on that. I have to cut it, and then I have to mine every single stone out from the center. When I get my top level set, my final 50 everything done to each and every corner, that's when I will come through again on all of this territory, and I'm going to start dropping in all of the terraforming needed to get this land up to such. There will be quite a bit of extra done to this particular base, and I haven't yet explained it, but what I mean by extra is this base is also going to have a port. Now, since this section of the base is going to be raised, I'm obviously going to have to ramp it down into the port. And considering that it's going to be raised by quite a bit, it's most probably going to be as high as that backdrop in the back is. It means I'm going to have quite an intensive raise to this base, and hopefully that'll be just perfect to get everything to level. Now, this is quite difficult because I've done it before where I've failed to raise a base properly. If you all don't know that, that's the first base I ever built. I couldn't raise it to its maximum potential. So yeah, that is something which happens very frequently with these mega bases when you build it this big. You will see me do this from time to time. They do work. I know they work because when I first started building my bridge, I ended up doing that for my first bridge ever. Let's see how far it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, that is quite far in. Okay, I didn't have a crazy rise at this point. That is very good news to me. And it's good news to my building potential because that means that the rise gets slower as we go up. I might just make it to where I need to go without having to have to do some extensive raising of the land. I will keep counting. I have to keep recounting and rechecking everything. And this is still the easy part of this base. As I'm about to tell you, this base is easy on this section. Then the next section is more crazy where I actually raise the ground. And once I finish raising the ground comes the next crazy part after that, which is leveling out everything, which means I'm going to have to go through everything on the inside, level it out, make sure that nothing is off on the terms of size. This is what I don't like to see. It's already caught up to the ground. That means I have lost my edge. Yeah, there we go. That is not good. And remember, this base does go inwards. So if anything falls off when it comes to this raising, I am going to have a ton of problems later down the road. Yeah, I'm not going to be having a good time here. So 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, I got to 10 perfectly without much of a problem. I'm actually going for something pretty pointless here. Oh, this here is getting even better. Need to find a way to get it right. Now I put it in properly. Wrong icon selection. Remember, this section just has to go out, not that much more. When we go back to the start, I'll be able to count them quick and easy with each of the tables. It feels so much better. Alright. So, till the first one is 10. 10. Go out to the side. This one here makes 20. Go up again. This one makes 30. Go up again. This one makes 40. So I am very close to the end here. This is 41. It's 56 across, by the way. 56 spaces. That is a crazy huge base, just to say the least. This is almost as big as someone's scan radius. So this is what most people will experience if you try to search an area. Okay, come on. I might have to go back and reshape how high that guy is over here. If this is exactly what I think I just saw. Another full meter raise. If I am correct on it, yeah, it is. It is a 4-meter race. Okay, never mind that. Building, go up the full 2 meters. That is. Why isn't it locking? Now this shouldn't be too painful to reinstall. As you can hear, the wolves are howling like crazy. I know a lot of people don't like it the way the wolves howl, but I find it very reassuring. It tells you that they're in the area, they're close by. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Five, 6, and I'm out of wood. Might have been one of the best timings ever. And it raised again. Are you kidding me? I might just have to do a ton of stone foundations to raise this place. I'm not gonna kill myself raising the ground for all of this. This is gonna be insane. Yeah, I'll just raise the foundations up instead of actually raising the ground. Look at this. Another massive incline. Okay, so I've brought you all along with this part of it. Obviously, I just said that there was a trick that I can use. So when you're using the stone foundations, if you layer them up and you raise them enough, you can actually overcome these distances. Now, for every 4 meters, it'll cost me 4 foundations. That's a total of 24 stone. If I wanted to raise that in stone, it's going to cost me way more. It's going to cost me somewhere near 50 to 60 just to raise that 4 for the same amount as a foundation. But putting the foundations in stone is going to be far easier. So I will cut down most of this land in the end to that one height, and hopefully I won't have to augment as much with the foundations as I think I'm going to need. Hopefully my calculations are way off there compared to what I think. I think I'm going to need something here 50,000 wood, not wood, sorry, 50,000 stone to get this here done. If that is true, then I'm really kidding myself with what I'm going to be doing there. this is quite a huge forest to have to take out. And all of this will have to go regardless. Because if you did see the restrictions that I've already placed, this isn't anywhere near the edge of anything. This is directly smack dab in the middle of my base. This is going to end up becoming one of the rooms. The outside will be huge. There's going to be so much of space to walk around this base. It's not even going to be funny. I'm going to have weird little structures built outside just to extend the roofs. So yeah, you can see the roof structures and way more. Now, I'm not known for being very fancy with my builds or being a good builder, but this might be one of my best looking builds that I'm ever going to make. And you've seen my builds, they're quite eccentric, they're quite big. I might even try a little bit of something on one of the rooms and try to extend it into a circular shape. I'll go out and I'll copy Phoenix's method. So yeah, I'll just go and look at how he has accentuated it and see if I can actually improve it. That is Havak's lighthouse, and when fueled up, there is a beautiful little sight from the side. You actually can see it from quite a distance, and my base might actually rival that size when it's completed, because this is going to be a killer size base, as you can imagine. You definitely will be able to see it from quite a distance. This is going to be equal to his whole town, likely. Oof. Man, this is going to be an amazing building. I wouldn't mind bringing in all the stone cutting gear already and trying to raise things up, but I want to start from the top and come down, to be honest, because that will be way easier. It will make the cutting process in the center much faster than it would be right now. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yet again with this close to the end. 7, 8. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Not even a minor little increase. This is a massive increase in size. Oof. I hope that you all do enjoy this build. This build is most likely going to be insane. It's going to most probably take me 2 or 3 weeks to complete, because beyond all of this is all of the mining I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to jump into swamps, pull out a couple hundred steel, come back over here, build up the first level, which is going to be totally roofless. Then in that first level, I'm going to have to install the smelters. I'll most probably pull all of that raw steel directly over to the server, because you can stack them up in stacks of 30. Melt them over here, and after I'm done melting it, I'll smelt the whole ton of it all at one go in the larger forge room that I'm going to put up here. I'll have about 8 kilns ready on the side by that time. I'm hoping. No, let's see. The original base has rooms which are 5. This is 3 times as big. I can put 3 kilns, so that will be 6. 6 kilns, no, 2 kilns. 2, 3, 4 kilns and 6 forges in the space. If I plan it out right, I might be able to do even more. I'm hopefully going to be able to plan it out perfectly and get the larger amount. And you'll be able to come along with that and see how it goes as soon as I get through all of this crazy mining. And obviously, you can see this is definitely not some small little cost. You actually caught me with a fresh run when it came to my pick. I actually just completed a trip to the end of the map, and not the end, sorry, to Havoc's base and back to his little settlement. And in comparison to his settlement, this is going to be huge. This might be even bigger than his entire settlement. And then they're going to, they'll probably want to have some fun with it, put some decorations in, give it a little bit more of upscale beat. Havoc's mom plays this game as well. Zupta. You would have caught her on the video where we were all together, Lexi, myself, Havoc. She was in that video as well with us. The color black is my flag. Okay, so catch you all in the next one. Till then, have a good day, and I hope that you all subscribe and leave comments on my video. Bye.